So since the beginning of this year, I got a lot of requests about me talking about scholarship, and I got kind of tired of just texting people the same thing. It is a Monday of Death Week, and I have a lot of things to do, but I don't feel like doing them. To be honest, I don't like my voice because it sounds kind of weird, and sometimes my accent would come out. But here we are.
So this is a video about scholarship for seniors, high school seniors.
So this is the list of all my scholarships. There were some extra ones that I didn't put in, and honestly I cannot remember, but you can screenshot if you want to. The 4 biggest scholarships that I got were, I guess 3 because I rejected the student Buffett scholarship. It is easier now to get a Buffett, however, so you should definitely look into it. So the biggest one that I got was the Huey scholarship. It is the full ride to Nebraska Wesleyan. So if you plan to go Wesleyan, the third and second one is the Dale scholarship. So the Dale gave me a laptop and $20,000, which I could use for graduate school. So it's really nice. And the last one is the Educational Quest scholarship, which is $6,000 a year. So that was the list of my scholarships. I cannot take all of them though because I got a full ride, and the new policy said that I only can take so much as a refund. So right now I have like $2,000 a semester as refund. Okay, so for scholarship application, they usually ask for recommendation letter, resume, and like a short answer or essay.
Now I will go through
So now I will go through each of the stuff that you needed in the order of the easiest to the hardest, or more time consuming. Okay, so first, recommendation letter. Besides asking them, I usually provide them with my resume and a list of informations about myself. I think they have that form in the counseling center if you're going to Lincoln High. I don't know about a school, but you can email me and I can get that form for you. So I basically just talk about what your goals are and what were some of your achievements, what were some challenges that you have overcame. Even if the teachers that you believe understand you the most, those information would give them the deeper understanding of yourself and make it easier for them to write the recommendation letter in your way that you want.
So it is December. If you haven't asked for your recommender, do it. So they would have winter break to work on your letter. Next is resume. For resume, I can show you my resume in high school really quick. I don't like you knowing too much about myself, but I definitely did a lot in high school. People usually say that keep it in 1 page, but if you cannot take things out, if you were really active and you had so many leadership positions in high school, go over 1 page. If they didn't indicate that you have to keep it in 1 page in the application form, then no one said that you have to. Though if they say you have to keep it in 1 page, you still can beat the system by making it 2 columns. For formatting, if you didn't have a chance to look at mine, because I didn't let you to, if you go to visit schools, any school, they would bring you to the career center. When you are at the career center, you can ask for the resume guideline. At Wesleyan, they have something like this, and it would have all of the information you need to know about your resume with examples in it. At UNL, they have a really cool one. Both of these I got when I was in high school, so just ask, like no one would say no. For formatting, I don't think there's any specific way you should do it, but make sure to keep it professional and easy to read. Sorry for the background noises, just my neighbor. So the last part is essay, and I think this was the most time consuming part. And the thing is, you have to sit down and do it. So for essays, some of the most commonly asked questions were about your goals, where do you see yourself in like the next 5 years, your strengths and weaknesses, the challenges, obstacles in your life, pretty much. For these though, what I did was focus on quality instead of quantity. And by saying that, for example, if they ask, oh, what you do in high school,
you probably want to talk more about the stuff that you were the most passionate about. So do not list like 20 clubs or 20 activities. See, I knew they would scream. It's every day. So back to the essay stuff. As I said, focus on quality. If you were a president of something, if you found a club or an organization, talk about it. Even if you weren't like a leader of something, but you were so passionate about that and you could write a paper over what you did, talk about it. Because the thing is, people, they remember your story about something that you do and something you love more than just saying, oh yeah, I were in like 20 clubs. A lot of people know that I did tennis in high school. I still do tennis now, but I talk about tennis. The thing is, when people write a scholarship essay, they tend to exaggerate the story a little bit. I'm not saying you should lie, but having a really good story is important for you. When you talk about your obstacle, don't talk about your AP classes or honor classes, just because there are so many people that did that. For the essay or short answers, I usually copy and paste the question to the Google Doc or Microsoft. They usually are 500 words, but don't pay attention to that until you put down everything you want, and then you can go back and take out stuff that you don't think it is as important. Have someone to read through your paper. This is very important just because you're the one who write it, and so most of the time you cannot see the mistake in your writing. Pretty much I ask anyone, like my teachers, my staff over at UNL, my mentor at Asian Center, even my friends, anyone available to read your paper would be helpful, especially when you have to turn the paper, the application in the next day. How much time should you spend on scholarship? For me, during the school days, I spend like 45 minutes every day. It could be during class, after school, whatever. So each scholarship would take you like an hour and a half. And if you really think about it, it is a great job to have, because scholarship would give you at least $500. That would put you at $250 an hour. One more tip that I have is when you name your documents, it's good to put the deadline on the name, just because that would help you to know which one you should target first and which one you should target next. And lastly, make sure that you have a good discipline. So if you set your goal that you would do it every day for 1 hour, so you have to stick with it. Well, good luck. Don't stress over it too much. The thing is, it's fun when you make it fun. So if you have to do it, might as well make it really fun. Especially when you're just doing it about yourself. Or just relax, and it's like self-reflection. Also, work on it over break. Spend some time on it. You don't have to skip your family time or anything. I travel over break. My family went to Cancun. I tried to do it as much as I could, but I did not sacrifice anything. If you have any question, you can comment below or email me. Message me on Facebook or Instagram. I'll put them below. If you know my number, text me. Don't call me. I will not answer. I hope to do a video for freshmen, sophomore, and juniors later. Depends on my mood. I don't know. We'll see. This video, it was really brief, and I just did it so that I didn't have to do my homework, math homework. I hope that it somewhat helps you. Or not. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, and I'm just kidding. Alright, good luck.